Hey, hello. My name is Ahmed, and I'll be talking today about an important topic. Hopefully, we'll be brief. This is going to be a series of topics that we will discuss around education, really, around schools. With the COVID-19 and hope everybody's safe, there has been a lot of lockdown. This is good because we want to stop the spread of the virus. This is the best way to combat it. A lot of schools are closed, and then a lot of the schools in the States have set a date until the end of spring. However, a lot of school owners today and administrators who run schools are not really sure if this is going to end by April or is it going to extend. So many schools have already started looking into remote learning, and some schools are working on finding the best way to accomplish that. This is a big mentality change because if you're a traditional school running your education services normally in classrooms in person, you may have not experienced a lot of the existing technologies and ways, methods to make this work, whether it is from the technological perspective or just the process itself. So this might be stressful and challenging for some school owners and administrators. So I'd like to do in this video series, I'd like to go through a few talking points and help owners of schools and administrators to understand what it takes to become operational again, efficient, and provide their educational services. So normally, when we think about this problem, we look at a few things that would be taken into consideration. So we have teachers, we have students, we have children, and oftentimes the type of school also will play a factor on how you're going to implement remote learning. Because a daycare will have different needs than grade 1, 2, 3, 4, than the higher grades, as well as universities and so on. In some instances, you have independent children or students who can use technology, and in other instances, you have very younger generation kids who they need assistance, they need their parents' help. So we'll talk about all of that really briefly and see how you can really start. We just want to make it simple. Hopefully in this video, it'll be a short video, we'll just talk about those starters, conversation starters, and then in the later videos we'll go deeper into how you can get started. So again, things you think about for remote learning, and the good news is, although schools are forced to change today, I think there are two good news over here. Number one, remote learning is not a new thing. So it's been out in the market for a long time. A lot of schools have chosen to do remote learning because of how they're set up or their model, which resulted in having tons of tools and solutions in the market that already provides very good service. The other good news is because of the COVID-19 crisis, a lot of companies, the big ones especially, have basically made a lot of their tools free. So the chances are that you can run a successful, great experience for remote learning free is really high. And we'll explore that. We'll take a look at what tools you can employ and how can you use them. So really quickly, looking at schools in general, different ages, you are going to look for ways to have students communicate with teachers, whether this is like live through video conferencing or sending assignments, getting feedback from parents or children, students, older children in that case, directly, like getting questions and replying to them. You're also going to need to look at how you can be available, because teachers are not going to be available exactly at the same time where the students are. Think of this as the learning environment. The control is not very much in favor of the teachers like they are in classrooms. There is less control, so the odds are they will need some more creative ways to be able to provide their message, deliver the message to students. So that brings the need for recorded online videos. That's another tool you're going to think about. And then there are a few administration stuff, like making sure you also keep attendance for who's attending, doing this remote management piece of it. So I'll start with the first one, which is you're running a daycare or you're running a school, grade 1 to 12, and you'd like to connect with children or students. You would like to connect teachers with students. One of the common solutions out there in the market, you'll hear about Zoom meeting, or you hear about Microsoft Teams, which comes with the Office suite. And apologies, I will try to make technology a little bit more clear, especially for those who are not really in the technology world. So Microsoft Zoom is a good option that can be used to create what we call remote video conferencing. It just allows you essentially as a teacher to start what we call a session. So you just go online, you create something like a meeting or a session, and then that will give you a link you send to the parents if you're talking about younger children, or you send it directly to students if they have email addresses, and they can click on the link, which will open up an application that lets them see the teacher live and speak to them using video, just like what we're doing right now, except it's not recorded, it will be live. And Microsoft Teams as well as Zoom meeting, they'll give you the option to also record while you do these sessions, or you can do them live without recording. So that solves the first problem of reaching out to your students. One thing you're going to think about is how are you going to distribute, how can you organize this? Would you create one link that you share only one time with parents or students for each class? Or should you create one link per teacher? You can do both, and each one has pros and cons. We can talk about this in later videos. Now, the good news is about Zoom meeting and Microsoft Teams. They both are free now for schools, at least for a period of time. So go check them out in their websites, or just give us a call. We're happy to help you set them up. Secondly, you want to also make sure you record some videos. Just make sure that you understand it's really difficult to have students or kids, specifically younger kids, to spend the same period of time they used to spend in person training in classrooms online, because technology and cameras, PCs make it really hard and tiring compared to in-person experience. So you'll make her shorter periods of time, shorter classrooms that you do online, which means it's good to also do recording. So what you can use, you can just use a camera and just record small, quick topics, and then upload them to video. Just go create a video YouTube channel, create a library of those videos, and send those links where parents or children can watch them on demand. From the schools we work with, we noticed that a lot of the schools get very good reaction from parents. Because the kids know the teachers already. When they see them on videos, they actually become interested and they're really happy. Lastly, on this video, I want to touch on one topic which is important. A lot of schools are not prepared for remote learning. So one of the common questions that comes up, okay, I'm going to do all this video chat things, library, what about devices? So the good news is, Microsoft Teams as well as Zoom meetings, both of them support phones and desktops and Mac machines, PCs, and so on. So if you don't have a PC or computer, that's okay. As long as you have a phone, a parent can use his phone, hand it over to his child just to watch the stream, live video chat with the teacher, or can watch videos on demand. Then there's also the ability to use, obviously, a PC. So those are quick points and hints on how you can start with video chatting and recording. We'll talk about a little bit more on how you set this up, and then we'll talk about how you can add additional ways to manage your classroom remotely. I hope this is helpful. If you have any comments, questions, please put them down on the video and just let us know what you're looking for.